Javelina men's basketball fans, welcome to episode 5 of the Javelina men's basketball show. My name is Andres Landin. I'm the host. I'm here alongside head Javelina men's basketball coach Johnny Estelle. The Javelinas are coming off two impressive victories against CSU Pueblo and Texas A&M Texarkana over the weekend. So, Coach, what do you think has been the biggest thing behind your recent success with this team?
I think we're getting closer to the identity that we're going to play by this year. Our culture has been good. Kids have been working really hard, but just trying to create an identity. Each team, each year, even though you kind of start off at the very beginning wanting to play a certain way, but you learn about your team. You learn about the certain individuals, their talents. What they can bring to the table. So right now we have figured it out a little bit. We're closer to where we want to be defensively. You can probably tell that in the way we're guarding and our numbers and things like that. And then also our rotation. We play 11 to 12 guys a night, so those roles are being developed. And I think that they're accepting them. I think there's been some guys that have had to sacrifice their game for the team, and they really are doing it at a high level, which helps us be a better team.
And as far as you look into the stat sheets and you see big-time efforts and rebounding from John Mouton,
Yes.
your senior, how much of an impact does that make on the team when you have a senior doing things outside of his area to help the team win?
Well, when we recruited John, that was the one thing that I thought he did at a high level. And I think, kids today, in terms of being a player, they think they have to be good at a lot of things, and everybody wants to be a good scorer. But there's other things that you have to be able to do, individually wise, meaning rebounds. Some guys are very good passers. Some guys are very good defenders. To be a really good elite team, you have to have non-negotiable things, which is playing hard, playing together, playing smart, defending. Being great teammates. We have all those intangibles. But when you get on the offensive end, you have to kind of see. The drivers have to be drivers. The shooters need to be shooters, and the rebounders need to be rebounders. And what's one thing that attracted me to John when I recruited him out of Temple? He was a high-level rebounder. He was a great kid. He played with a lot of energy. He could play without the ball, and that's what he's been doing for us of late.
And as far as Trey Flowers, we know this question was coming. He tied your school record in 1996 with the most three-pointers made. Whenever he shot that 10th shot, what was going through your mind? Did you want him to break it, or was there like that part of you were like,
records are meant to be broken, and you always would, sit there and rejoice for somebody that you really love. And, the neat thing about it was, as a player, you don't think about those things. I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking about them, and as a coach, you have a little more time to think about them because you're not in the moment. But the unique deal was, it's my record here. And being a part of it on the other end, it was fun. And I know the crowd got into it and the kids got into it. We had a lot of fun with it. But, if he would have broke it, I would have been happy for him. Whoever breaks it. It's been 23 years. And what I was probably the most happy with is that how the team and his teammates kept passing the ball and wanting him to do it. And that's kind of way it brought me back to when I did it. And that's the way my teammates were for me that night. So it was kind of like deja vu a little bit. But, 9 for 15 is not bad, 60% from the three. It ain't quite 9 for 13, which is 69.3% if I remember correctly. But, he's getting better, and I'm proud of him.
And Trey was earlier on this show, and he was like, I asked him, I was like, do you think we could have a shoot-around competition between you and Coach Estelle to see who's the better shooter? And he was all for it. Do you think we could do that one of these practices?
Well, one thing I've always told guys here, I'm building confidence. And I don't want to destroy and take people's confidence. So it's best that I just continue to coach him from afar and continue to keep him on a positive note and making shots because, sometimes, you run across a guy that you just can't beat. It just kind of messes with your mind a little bit. And, I haven't ran across too many, and I'm pretty sure I would be that for him. So I need to be more encouraging for Trey and, kind of root from him from afar. And I think he's going to continue to do well for us. But, any place, anytime. I'm from the old school. We don't turn down any competition. But it is, in all fairness, I am very happy. It couldn't happen for a better guy, a better kid. He's been a great teammate for our program. He's been a great shot in the arm for our program. And he's very unselfish, and he's very deserving.
And, Coach, we've concluded our non-conference slate, which now everything from this point forward is going to be Lone Star Conference action. How do you keep the team's mindset where it should be heading into these future games?
Well, it's pretty simple. I think kids tend to want to relax a little bit after they've won a few games. We've only won 4 in a row, but they tend to relax a little bit. And my whole deal is if you want to be average, that's kind of what you're going to do. You're going to win one, lose one, win one, lose one, kind of be happy with whatever. If you're talking about winning a few games, you may do it better. But if you're talking about a championship, you're going to have to continue to get better every day. And that's my challenge for them, is to not get complacent and is to continue to work to get 1% better every day and hold each other accountable in that regard. You're only as good as your leadership, meaning, from the team perspective, our seniors have to continue to move this brand forward and continue to work towards our goal of a championship. And so turning it up a notch or whatever they call it now, it shouldn't be a part of our makeup and our program, because we're always looking for the next challenge. And this group is probably by far one of my best at looking not ahead to a championship level in terms about the championship, but taking the next challenge in mind, which will be Texas A&M International. So we got to work hard, develop a game plan to be able to beat those guys. They got a good team. They're well coached guys that's going to play hard on the road. It's be right after finals and graduation, so there's a lot of different variables in the equation, but we got to be right. So if we're right, we'll have a better chance of winning.
Yes, sir. Javelina Nation, Coach Johnny Estelle. Coach, thank you for your time, and good luck to you against Texas A&M International.
Thank you.
All right, so Javelina men's basketball fans, welcome back to episode 5. I'm here alongside Trey Flowers. Trey is a JUCO transfer from Seward Community College, and he's from Bryan, Texas. Trey, congrats on the big-time performance this weekend. You were named Lone Star Conference Offensive Player of the Week, which is quite an accomplishment this early in the season. How can you improve on these successes?
I think I can just continue to get better every day with my teammates. I think the work that we put in this year has already gotten us to this point and got me to this point. But we're not content with just being here. You know what I'm saying? I think I just continue to get better every day and with my teammates, and I think I can improve and ultimately be better during the season.
And as far as you tied Coach Estelle's record, 9 3-pointers, which hadn't been done since 1996, which is quite an accomplishment. What was going through your mind? I saw your parents, your mom and dad were up there. We had a bunch of parents. They were supporting you. They were like, wow, this guy, Trey Flowers, he's emerged onto the scene. What is that? How does that feel to be a part of such a historic company?
It feels great. Coach Estelle is a great coach. I love playing for him, and he puts me in opportunities to where I can do exactly that. So I really appreciate him for doing that. And I also want to thank my teammates for giving me the ball and also having the confidence in me to shoot the ball. Without them, I wouldn't even get half of those looks. But it feels great to be a part of a record. I didn't even realize that I hit that many threes, but it's a great. I think my teammates, they really put the confidence in me to shoot the ball, and Coach Estelle and Coach O and everybody on the coaching staff, they believe in me. They believe in my ability to shoot the ball. So I really appreciate them for that.
And let's take a flashback to November 1st. It was a game of exhibition against Texas A&M in College Station, which is, I'm pretty sure that arena is about 10, 15 minutes from your house. Mm-hmm. And you had a bunch of fans there, 150 people, that from what your dad had told me. And there was just a lot of people there to support you. And you scored 24 points, which was your high for the Javelinas in your first ever game. What did that performance mean to you, knowing that you were that close to home?
It meant a lot. Growing up in Bryan, College Station, Texas, you always wanted to be you were always an A&M fan. You couldn't grow up there and not be an A&M fan. Of course. So it was big for me to be able to play on that stage in that arena in front of my friends and family. Like you said, I had a lot of support there. So I just wanted to give them a good show, whether we win or lose. Hopefully, obviously you want to win, but I think we did a pretty good job. We competed and we gave our fans a show that they won't ever forget. So.
And I have one more question for you. It's a big question. I don't know how you're going to take it. Who's a better shooter, you or Coach Estelle?
Oh, me. No, without a doubt, no question. I think I could take him in a three-point contest easily.
You think we should do that one of these days during practice?
Yeah, I think we should. I think I could take him.
All right, Trey, good luck to you this weekend. Good luck with your finals. I know we're wrapping up this semester. Javelina Nation, good luck to you. And Trey, good luck against Texas A&M International December 14th.
Thank you.
Yep. Javelina basketball fans, welcome to episode 5 of the Javelina Men's Basketball Show. I have a very special guest today, graduate assistant athletic trainer Chase Britt. So, Chase, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, we know you're very busy and you have a lot of time on your schedule with basketball, football, just being in the main athletic training room. How do you manage all that time?
Well, sometimes it does get tough, being a little hectic. I mean, there's a lot more athletes than there are me. So sometimes it feels like there's not enough hours in the day. You know, we got to get these guys treated back on the field and everything like that. So I try to make myself available as much as I can, you know, throughout the whole day. And I also have a couple students, Christina and Tyler. Christina's a senior and Tyler's a freshman, who they work really hard and do a really good job for me and help me get these guys treated and back on the court as quickly as possible.
And as far as, like, I know you have previous experience with the Cincinnati Bengals, a professional NFL team, as a student assistant. You learned a lot from them. What is the biggest takeaway you think you got from them?
Well, that was a really cool experience for me, being a student and getting to work with one of the most experienced sports medicine teams in the National Football League. And it was also really cool being able to work for a team that I had grown up rooting for and going to watching their games and everything as well. So that was neat. But they taught me a lot that I was able to take away and apply to this position here. Most of all, I think it was the importance of hard work, a good work ethic, as well as having a good attitude about your work, because at the end of the day, that's what people are going to see in you and take away from their impression on you.
And as for this basketball team, I know you've watched a bunch of games lately. I mean, we're about, 7 games in, if you include A&M, the exhibition. How successful do you think this team can be?
Well, this team is really exciting to watch, man. Especially having a few close nail biters in the beginning. You know, I'm sitting back behind the bench, sweating a little bit sometimes, but it's a lot of fun to watch, and I'm really excited about the things this team can do. Got a lot of people who can score the basketball, and as you can see, we go out and finish basketball games and know how to win games. So I'm really looking forward to the possibilities of this season.
And once this year concludes, I mean, I know you'll wrap up your tenure here at Tamook. What is the number one thing you're going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss the environment and the people I've gotten to work with. You know, just in 2 short years, I feel like I've been welcomed into this Javelina Nation family, and I can't thank you and the rest of this organization enough for that. So I think I'm gonna miss the people, being around everybody the most.
And as we conclude your segment, is there something you think Javelina Nation should know about you?
Well, I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I graduated from Northern Kentucky University. Go Norse.
So that's it?
Yeah,
Go
that's
Norse?
it.
All
Go
right,
Norse.
sounds good. And Chase, good luck to you, and best luck to you in your future endeavors with
Thanks,
Javelina
Andres.
Nation.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Javelina Nation, that will conclude episode 5 of the Javelina Men's Basketball Show. My name is Andres Landin, and I'd like to say thank you to my guests, Coach Johnny Estelle, Chase Britt, and Trey Flowers, for taking time out of their day to answer a few questions. The Javelinas will be back in action in Laredo, Texas on December 14th against Texas A&M International, and then they'll return to the SPEC for Lone Star Conference action against UT Permian Basin and Western New Mexico. We look forward to seeing you then. And once again, my name is Andres Landin. Thank you so much, and go Havs.